Good morning, this is Josh. I hope you can join me. It's a beautiful morning, and we're looking at maybe one of the most remarkable situations in the life of Christ. Jesus raises his friend Lazarus from the dead. What's interesting is what you learn about Jesus through the story. We read it in the Aramaic yesterday, and I'd like to read it in the biblical Greek today, and see if there's a little bit different angle on the story with the Greek translation. All right, let's do this. The death of Lazarus. Hendetis asthenon Lazaros apo Bathanias, ectes comes Marias kai Marthas, tes adelphes autes. Was now a certain man ailing, Lazarus of Bethany, of the village of Mary and Martha, the sister of her. Ende Mariam he elepsasa, ton kurion, muro, kai ekmezasa, tois padas autu, pois thrigzen autes, o adelphos, Lazaros esthene. Was now Mary the one having anointed the Lord with fragrant oil, and having wiped the feet of him with the hair of her, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Now this is very interesting, isn't it? We're getting a flashback. Mary was the woman at the feast who was a woman of ill repute, or a prostitute, who came in while Jesus was having a dinner with the religious leaders and others, and she broke an alabaster box that had this precious, expensive ointment in it, and anointed Jesus with it, and wiped it off with her hair. So here we have Jesus again in the home of Lazarus and Mary and Martha. This time the news is not good. Lazarus is sick and he dies. Look at verse 3. Apastellan aun I adelphai pros auton legusai curie ide on philes asthene. Sent therefore the sister to him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom you love is sick. You know, it's funny. Jesus had favorites. I absolutely believe that. There were people that he had an affinity toward, that were told he loved. Of course, he loved everyone, but he had friends. He had best friends. And apparently, he was super close with Lazarus and Mary and Martha in his lifetime here on earth. Acusas de ho Jesus epen aute e asthenia auc esten pros thanaton al huper tes daxes tau theo ene daxeste ho huyas tu iu di autes. Having heard then, Jesus said, This sickness not is unto death, but for the glory of God, that may be glorified the Son of God by it. Agapai ho Jesus ten Marthan, kai ten Adelphen, autes, kai ton Lazaron. Loved now Jesus Martha, and the sister of her, and Lazarus. There we go again. He enjoyed these people in particular. He loved them. Verse 6. Hos aun akusen, hati estene, tatemen amenen, en ho en tapo duo ameras. When therefore he heard that he is sick, then indeed he remained in which he was the place 2 days. Apeta metatauto legetois mathetais, agomen esten Judean Hallan. Then after this he said to the disciples, Let us go into Judea again. Legusen auto, oi mathetai, Rabbi, nun exeton su se lethasai, au Judeoi, kai palen hupages eke. Verse 8, say to him the disciples, Rabbi, just now we're seeking you to stone the Jews, and again you are going there? Verse 9, apekrethe is Jesus, uxi dodeca, ore esentis emeras, iantis peripate, ente emera, oi pras captai, hatito fostu casmo tauto, blepe. Verse 9, answered Jesus, not 12 hours are there in the day? If anyone walks in the day, not he stumbles, because the light, the world of this he sees. Verse 10, endetis peripate, ente nukti, prascoti, hatito phos uk esten en auto. If, however, anyone walks in the night, he stumbles, because the light not is in him. Tauto epen, kai meta tauto lege autoes. Lazaros ho philas, emon kekoimetai, ala periomai, henna exupnesso auton. These things he said, and after this he says to them, Lazarus, the friend of us, has fallen asleep, but I go that I may awaken him. Verse 12, epen un oi mathetai, auto, curie e kekoimetai, sothesetai. Said therefore the disciples of him, Lord, if he has fallen asleep, he will get well. Ereki, de ho Jesus peritau thanatu autu, ekenoi de edexan hati peri, tes quemesios toi hupno lege. Said therefore the disciples of him, Lord, if he has fallen asleep, he will get well. Verse 13, had spoken, however, Jesus of the death of him. They, however, thought that of the rest of sleep he speaks. Verse 14, taute aun epen autoes ho Jesus peresia, Lazaros epithenen. Then therefore said to them Jesus plainly, Lazarus has died. verse 15. Kai chero di humas, hina pistuas sete, hati uk emen eke, ala egomen pras auton. And I rejoice for the sake of you, in order that you might believe, that not I was there, but let us go to him. 16. Epen aun thaumas o legamenos, dunamis, tois sumat thetais, agomen kai emes hina apathanomen met autu. Said therefore Thomas, called Didymus, to the fellow disciples, let go also us, that we may die with him. Isn't that beautiful? Incredible, intense passion and love and loyalty all the way around.